don't really think it'd be much of a stretch if you were to go out and say, ooh, it's kind of a tough choice there, but I'm gonna go ahead and we'll skip over the Utahraptor for now. But I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that the launch of 1.7 in Jurassic World Alive could have gone a lot smoother. Unfortunately, it was pretty much a train wreck. But after today's Monday morning, after a maintenance this morning and a maintenance last night, I think they were both about 3 hours, it looks like we finally have everything fixed, and now we can start enjoying what I pretty much have said, that 1.7 is a nice update to the game. But when you have as many bugs as we had over the past week, it's pretty hard to feel that you have a good update. I have a Sino, which typically I'd be ecstatic over, but there's so much Sino available. I'm gonna launch my drone before it despawns, but there's so much Sino available nowadays that, you know, it's kind of lost a little bit of its luster. I didn't set my camera down here, so let's see if I can get all of this set up. But yeah, I've done a few battles in the battle arena, and everything looks and feels pretty smooth. The darting is, I don't know if it's back to where it was for 1.6, but I will tell you that I'm now having my drone fly off the map again. So I imagine everything is fixed back to 1.6. 154 on Sino is not bad. Sino makes a lot of good things. Now I actually kind of want to talk about spawns, but I really want to go back and get that Utahraptor. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna talk about, with all the new spawn points and spawn types, how to tell where you are in the world. And luckily I was able to make it back to the Utahraptor, or I wish it was a Utahraptor, to the Utahraptor before it despawned. And I believe Utahraptor is a global spawn. I think it spawns everywhere. It might be, oddly enough, it might be a day, dawn, dusk. I don't have them all memorized. There's a lot to memorize if you're gonna try to memorize all the spawn points. But it's kind of funny because when Jurassic World Alive first launched, I want to say most, if not all, the raptors were night spawns, but that's not the case with Utahraptor at the moment. And it looks like we still have dinos that spawn inside these cups, but the good news is that you can actually engage them even if they're in the cups. So kind of no big deal there. Ooh, a Tuojiangosaurus. Now I'm gonna use this. Okay, so I need to go back that way, and now I'm gonna head towards the Tuojiangosaurus, and then we're gonna talk about spawns, I promise. Very cool. Made it over to the Tuojiangosaurus in time, and now, you know, it was always good DNA, but now it's even better because with the buffs to Utahraptor, you need the Tuojiangosaurus. I also feel like Tuojiangosaurus kit is really nice in the meta, especially if you are able to boost it up. So Tuojiangosaurus has a lot of value. For me, not typically having access to local 3, it has even more value simply because I don't see it that often. But now that that has happened, as I scroll around, I'm actually looking for Smilodon. That is today's quest, and it's available today, but only because it's Monday. And I'm gonna get to somewhere a little more conducive to going over spawns, and then we'll talk about them. All right, this is as good a place as any to talk about the new spawn mechanics for 1.7, because as you can see, there's a lot going on here. The first thing that you'll notice as soon as I'm done spinning this supply drop is that there's a Tupandactylus floating above me, okay? If we also look around, we see a handful of hats, Hatscoopteryx. There's an Allosaurus, more hats. There's a Triceratops Gen 2, and then there's a Carnotaurus off in the distance. Now there's a lot going on here. So how do we know what local we are in, especially with the new spawn mechanics? And And I'm going to tell you the easiest way to figure this out is to go to the field guide. If you remember, I did a video on the field guide. It is not affiliated officially with Jurassic World Alive. It's just a really helpful tool that somebody has created in order to help you get the most out of your Jurassic World Alive gameplay experience. So what we're gonna do is, remember I said 2 Pandactylus. So what we can do is, normally it's gonna start out at alphabetical and then you sort by spawns. And if we scroll down, we will see that Global Monday, which is today, hats. Well, I already said there were a lot of hats on the board. Smilodon, and there's our bird, 2 Pandactylus, flying around. So just by this, you know that the reason why we're seeing so many hats and the reason why I see these 2 Pandactylus is because it is Monday. Quickly, something I forgot to mention while recording today's video that I realized as I got back to my car is using scent capsules does not, as of yesterday, does not pull the daily spawns. So today's Monday, Smilodon. If you're looking for Smilodon, as I happen to be looking for Smilodon today, if I use an epic scent capsule, I'm not gonna pull Smilodon, even though it's Monday and even though it's an epic. So keep that in mind before you start wasting a lot of your scent capsules looking for the dinos of the day. Doesn't really work like that. All right, let's get back to the video. Now, I did say there was an Allosaurus, but remember the Allosaurus was at a special event supply drop, so you can immediately eliminate that from consideration. The next thing that we want to consider is there was a Carnotaurus. So if I go alphabetical and I scroll down to the C's and find Carnotaurus, I will see, hopefully, that it is an area local 4. Okay? Now, it's also law offices. That very well could be a law office because the courthouse and everything for downtown Fullerton, or the city of Fullerton, is right down the street here. So there's options as well. And remember I said Triceratops Gen 2. So if I go in and search for Triceratops Gen 2, I will see that it is area local 3 or a gas station. I walked down to where the Carnotaurus is because I'm definitely going to dart the Carnotaurus, and I can tell you that there are some buildings over there that are commercial, and while none of them say they're law offices, there is a CPA office over here. So maybe it's part of the CPA office, or maybe after I'm done darting this, there's also a Parasaurolophus spawned nearby. And if I'm not mistaken, Parasaurolophus is a local 4. So it could very well be that that side of the road over there, which is actually behind me, it's these sets of buildings right here, are in local 4. And across the street where wherever it is now, the Triceratops Gen 3, because that's residential, I'm almost positive, is local 3. And I know downtown Fullerton, just because I know, is local 3. But let me double check by going back to the field guide. And what I'm gonna do on this is I'm just gonna go spawns. I could go Parasaurolophus, but I'm just gonna go spawns since I think I might be in local 4. It won't take that long to scroll down to the bottom and find out that local 4, day, dawn, dusk, which it's obviously daytime now, Carnotaurus, Parasaurolophus. And then when I go back to Jurassic World Alive, there you go, Parasaurolophus. So I can tell you with pretty high confidence that that side of the road over there is local 4, and then because I know downtown Fullerton is local 3 just from experience, I can tell you that the side of the road that I'm on, which is going to be from here and then that way for you guys, which is where the Triceratops Gen 2 is, that's going to be your local 3. When you do go somewhere that you are unfamiliar with, download the Field Guide app, and it'll really help you figure out what area you're in and then what it is that you should be looking for in order to improve your team, especially if you're in a place that you don't necessarily work or if you don't necessarily live. Now what I want to do real quick is that we have a lockdown strike single step. Should be rather easy. What I'm going to do is unlock a new figure, a new creature. It says difficulty of 1 through 6, so I'm going to take this Forus Raucous. For us, raucous. I am 100% sure that's not right, but I'm gonna go with raucous. This is a terror bird. I'd never heard that expression before, but here we go. We're going to create this common class dinosaur. As best as I know, it is only available in incubators at the moment. 886 for health, 384 for damage, 130 for speed, so it's a quick little bugger. Sidestep, new move. Priority cleanse, self, dodge, 66% chance for 1 turn, increase speed by 10% for 2 turns. Raking claws, also a new move. Removes target dodge and cloak, deals 2 times damage, delay of 1, cooldown of 1. And then swap in dodge, chance of 100% dodge for 1 turn, and then you are bound for 1 turn. What am I gonna do? You know the drill by now. I'm going to take it into the battle arena. I have 2 creatures that I need to knock out with this terror bird, the raucous, and that looks like a deformed ostrich. All right, well, I only have 1 option of moves here, so I'm gonna go sidestep. Wow, that's actually kind of a cool little animation right there. Lockdown impact, I dodged it, which is great. And now I'm going to be able to do 2 times damage, and I'm faster, so this should hit for like all of 600. Say hello to your local police officers right here. Keeping everybody safe. 766 is that's not bad. And then my only other option is going to be the sidestep. I really like the animation on this thing. It's kind of like a now you see me, now you don't. Gashing wound. That's gonna hurt, especially because I already did my sidestep. I kind of feel like I should go with sidestep again just to cleanse that out, because I want to try to take out this tower solo with just the terror bird. Pinning strike I can live with, and I did get the dodge again, so more dodges. The thing about these dodging creatures though is the fact that there are now moves that hit through dodge anyways. I don't know if this thing is great. It looks cool, the animations are cool, and it looks like it does just a ton of damage for what it is. I mean, it's a common, so let's not go crazy and think this is the next Thorodolosaur, but oh, it tried to make a comeback. So there you go. It wasn't able to take down the tower, but it was level 1, and it did take out at least 1 dinosaur. You know. Anyway, there's also a Scent Strike capsule available out there for you guys today. Make sure you take advantage of that. Not really expecting just a whole heck of a lot out of this. It is a small incubator, but free DNA is free DNA. Free coins are free coins. Dimorphodon. Oh, and Scaffy. Hope you guys learned something from today's video. That's all I've got. So until next time.